Alright, back again, Luke here, and today we've got out the old Frankencade, and I figured we could put in this game here. Dun 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 dun! Hook! So, let's pop this on and play some of that. This is an arcade PCB that I just got in today. I've kind of been on a bit of an Irem kick here, been looking at some different Irem boards that I wanted to pick up, and this was one on my list that I wanted to give a try out and check out. So finally got this in here, figured we could do some gameplay on it. Takes a couple of seconds here for the thing to boot up, but one interesting thing about this game is the introduction. You know, not any music or anything like that really, just kind of jumps into the game. So you can do some text reading here in Japanese. Basically the story is the kids have been kidnapped, and it's Captain Hook who did the kidnapping, and it's up to Peter Pan to go and rescue them. So, and he's ready to go. And there's our intro. So let's start this up here, put in a couple of coins. Made by Irem here, 1992, and let's hit the old start button. Now you can choose from a pretty good array of different characters. You can choose from Peter Pan, Rufio, Ace, Pockets, Thudbutt, and that's it. So we'll just go with Peter Pan. Now, one thing about this game is not super difficult, but the graphics are very pleasing. With your main character, whichever character you choose, you have two main buttons here. Your first button is your weapon attack. Second one is jump. By pressing the two buttons together, you can create this attack here, which is kind of cool. Usually works good around different enemies that are surrounding you. But also with Peter Pan, if he does a three hits on the fourth hit, he'll actually do a little spin. So you might see him spin sometimes there. But graphically, really beautiful game. Lots of different secrets in the games as far as gold and different items go, and some weapons Peter Pan can actually pick up, or the main character can pick up. And just depends on where you hit. Sometimes in walls or near walls, as you can see here. I wasn't able to get it, but you can see the hit marks happening. There's usually a secret there. And there's usually one around in each stage. Sometimes they're in the middle of the room, sometimes they're at the bottom of the room. Music-wise, it has a really Sega Genesis kind of feel to it. Sounds really good though, but graphically fantastic. Like I mentioned, it's a bit of a beat-em-up here, so it's kind of cool to watch Peter Pan really kicking the crap out of people. But there are all sorts of different weapons that you can pick up in this game, some being bombs, knives, spears, bombs, all sorts of good stuff. Trying to see if I can find any more secrets around here. We're getting ready to come up on our first boss. Is our first boss? Really looks awesome. After you hit one of the boss characters, or the characters that have multiple hits, you want to get up next to them and just try and get on them and start pounding on them. But yeah, just a really well-designed game. Very, very pleasing to the eye. Very nice looking game. But this is one of those games where you can play it up to 4 players, and it really is a lot of fun the more people you get involved in it, you know. Still can't find any of those, any more of those secret ones. There are some more around here somewhere. But the game itself, here we go, as you can see here. There's a little item. The game itself has 6 stages, so, and it stays pretty easy for the most part. It's just a, you know, it's a side-scrolling beat 'em up, and it isn't until about I don't know, stage 3, like the stage 3 boss, that the game really starts to get a bit more challenging. But the boss really is, you know, does some kind of cheap stuff, so. But it's a good thing to go around when you're walking around here. Just try and hit stuff from time to time. And see if you can find a secret spot anywhere. Once you get all the secret spots down pat and you know where everything is, it's not a big deal, but... Here's our spear. Again, Peter Pan spearing some guys. But, yeah, I mean, personally, I think it's a pretty awesome game. A lot of fun. And, you know, like I mentioned, it's pretty easy to play. I don't know if I mentioned or not, but when you do your super move here, when you press the 2 buttons together, it does take away from his life. You'll notice his life is on the upper left-hand corner, and the green power meter up there, that's his life. At the very bottom of the screen, it might be kind of difficult to see, but there is quite a long meter, and that meter is for the time. So you have a certain amount of time to get through the game. I think it's more than enough. You really don't need that much time. But there is quite a bit of time in there. It's just funny to see how brutal and gruesome Peter Pan really is. No holds barred, Peter Pan. One thing about the game you'll notice is there are a lot of repetition in the characters here. Usually keeps the same characters quite a bit. So... boomerang actually works out quite well. They're coming up on our second boss here. The sprites are just fantastic. I mean, just the huge graphic sprites. Wonderful. But, yeah, since I picked up Peter Pan and put it in, or not Peter Pan, I put in that Hook game recently. I was just thinking, oh, I wonder what about the old arcade board here, so I went looking for it and was able to find it, and yeah, picked it up, and that was the end of it. I'm gonna have to probably adjust my cable here in the back. I think it keeps coming loose. So if you see any kind of strange flickering going on there, it's probably just the cable in the back on the monitor. I have to tighten it up there. Let's see. Ah, there's a secret right there. I want the secret. There we go. But yeah, if you got some friends around and you feel like doing a kind of group effort here and side-scrolling beat 'em up, I'd recommend giving Hook a shot. But just figured I'd show you the old arcade version here, and yeah, I've got a couple more PCBs kind of on their way, and probably put up some more videos on those when they come in here. One of them should be here today, so I might be making another vid, but yeah. Just want to share this with you here, and that's about all for me for right now. Like always, I'll put up another video here soon, so thanks for watching. At the end, too, it'll give you a bonus. You'll be able to see, like, how much of a bonus you racked up. And it'll also give you a bonus for how many lives you have when you clear the game. So if you have like 3 lives, you'll get a pretty hefty bonus. If you just have 1 life, you'll get a so-so bonus for it, but still, nonetheless, I think the bonus equals out to something like 100,000 points or so. Not too bad. This is kind of cool. So you can hit one of these here, and it'll start a chain reaction. Pretty awesome. I'll try and use my special move here in a little bit, like now. It's kind of good because it'll rake in enemies a little bit, but it does take away from your power. In the end of the game, Hook is a little bit cheap, but what I like about this game is that the AI actually does attack everybody, especially if there's like any sort of bombs or anything coming from the background. It attacks everyone, so it's not just cheap and attacking you all at once. It'll hit anybody around, so. I don't know why I said I was going to end the video and just keep going. It's just, you kind of get wrapped up into it. It's really easy to get wrapped up into the game. You can do some jump kicks too as well. And it works out sometimes, but... Die! Come on! There we go. Some life refilling potions there too as well. There's a couple of secrets up here. Oh, there were a couple of secrets. Woo. But yeah, this boss is quite cheap, so. But it's pretty big. It's a pretty long battle, so I think we'll just stop it here. Here's where it gets more challenging and more cheap. But yeah, let's just end it right here and woo! Ah, I didn't want to start that. Alright, I guess we can't end it now. Guess I'm gonna have to keep going. I thought I'd end it up, but wound up hitting the old start button there. Yeah! Peter Pan doesn't care if you're man, woman, what. He is an animal. Come on. Playing quite poorly here, but... Come on! to about 15 minutes or so. Guess we can try a little bit longer. But you'll see a lot of the same characters repeat here. Nonetheless, it's not a bad thing. What's nice about the game, though, is a lot of the surroundings, you know, they're always changing, so... Bye-bye! Some people had mentioned that they like the longer videos here, so I'll just keep going a little bit. Try not to make them too long. This is kind of cool. Go get him, dinosaur! What's nice about some of the background weapons is, you know, first they attack, you know, you can attack them with the egg here, and then after the egg, the dinosaur goes and tears them up a bit. So... it is a very fair game in those regards. Do some throwing moves in here as well, which are kind of cool. You can pick up a mace as well, so... I think we're all out of coins, so that's where we'll leave it. But if you stuck on here through the end and managed to watch the whole thing, then awesome stuff. If not, then that's cool too. But game over.
Ace. Pocket. Butt.
Let you guys take a look down here and see the life meter. Something you couldn't see before, so.